Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. There's Porter down here at one of the stations you probably don't see too often. Stony Brooks. This is kind of like in the side road of like Amory Street and Lamartine Street. It runs along the, I believe they still call that the Southwest Corridor. If I can zoom in on that sign there. Maybe I can't. I guess I can. That's Lamartine over there. And Amory Street is down that way. And I just want to give you a little look at
Attention passengers, the next Orange Line train to Forest Hills is now
Stony Brook.
The next Oak Grove train arrives in 4 minutes.
You're gonna check that out one day. Let's take a look inside. This is one of the better looking stations anyway. Like, at least from my point of view. They even have an ATM. You got like a little map of the area. So if you're not too sure where you want to be, at least you have an idea. It is handicap accessible, which most stations pretty much are. The Charlie card system over here, where you could either purchase a Charlie card or you can add money to a Charlie card, either or. Customer service information over here could be helpful. Know your rights. Always good to know your rights.
Attention passengers, the next Orange Line train to Oak Grove is now approaching.
It's in different languages, so everybody understands what it.
The next Forest Hills train arrives in 9 minutes.
It could be helpful to some people.
Attention passengers, the next Orange Line train to Oak Grove is now arriving.
Trains run pretty frequently. I think they're about between 5 to 10 minutes apart from each other. Raymond Flynn, wow. I remember him when I was, I don't know, I must have been maybe 10 years old. Maybe a little younger, I'm not too sure. It's another map of the area to give you a general idea where you are. Stony Brook I guess there's a lot of history behind that. I don't know all the history, but 's good to know. One source. They've been around for years, cleaning the subways and buses and train stations. Remember, no smoking. That's a Massachusetts general law. In 2014. This is just a just kind of like a give you an idea which way the train runs. That's the whole train line. So it runs from Farvers Hills all the way to Oak Grove. Or it depends on which way you come in or going. This is the map of the subway transit system. I'm not going to do it any justice, but let's see if I can.
Federal law requires that face masks be worn in NBTA stations and on vehicles, regardless of vaccine status. Learn more at nbta.com/lifesaver.
The next Oak Grove
We are
train arrives in 8 minutes.
Right there.
The next Forest Hills train arrives in 4 minutes.
That's the same thing as over there, customer service center. I know you're right. So that's basically the same thing I filmed over there. And these are for Charlie cards. At these gates. I guess all the gates should be the same, right? I would think so. Let's take a quick walk on the platform and see what's going on over there. Take a quick walk through this one. See what we can see. Like I said, this is one of the better looking train stations, at least in my opinion it is. Like all the other stations are not in, I'm gonna give you a good view of how it looks. It doesn't look too bad. It could use a little bit of fixing up but nothing major. Looks pretty clean. It gets used quite often, so it's not. Probably fix that sign up there that's hanging. But if a little TLC, you know, it wouldn't be too bad. But this is one of the better stations that I have seen on my travels. I remember the old elevated Orange Line train. I don't know if you guys, like how, well, some of you guys remember for sure. I don't know, they said they're making it safer and more track reliable. Hmm. All right. Cool. Like I said, it does have a escalator and an elevator. So the escalator only comes up. I don't know if they have one going down. I haven't seen one going down, but they do have an elevator. Obviously, they have the stairs, so we use the stairs. Like I said, this is one of the, better of the train stations. Like I said, it could use a little bit of, general maintenance here and there.
Arrives in 10 minutes.
Attention passengers, the next Orange Line train to Forest Hills is now approaching.
It's important to know what's inbound and what's outbound. So outbound will be anything going towards Forest Hills. That's outbound. Inbound would be anything going to downtown Crossing. So that's very important for you to know which direction it goes. I'm not too sure what those signs say on the thing. Let's get an image of that so we can know what those say on there. Oh, that's just telling you that there's a fire extinguisher in the equipment cab. So that's the outbound train right there. That's going to Oak Grove. No, sorry about that. That's going to Forest Hills. This is the inbound side, which will be going to Oak Grove. Like I said, overall, this station is, like I said, one of the better looking stations by far. If you've seen the other ones, this is probably one of the better of them.
Attention passengers, the next Orange Line train to Oak Grove is now approaching.
The following Oak Grove train arrives in 12 minutes.
Danger. No trespassing. Third rail. That's very important to know if you ever have to walk on the tracks. And those of you who don't know what the third rail is, it's the only rail that stands by itself. It's that one there. The other two are the return. That's the supply.
Attention passengers, the next Orange Line train to Oak Grove is
Oak Grove train arrives in 10 minutes.
So that's a ride from Stony Brook to Mass Ave.
Requires that face masks be worn in NVTA stations and on vehicles, regardless of vaccination
That way is,
status. Learn more at
takes you on the other side. I could go that way, but I'm gonna go the other way.
The next Forest Hills
I took a walk towards the main entrance.
Attention passengers, the next Orange Line train to Forest Hills is now approaching.
A lot of good information.
The following Forest Hills train arrives in 11 minutes.
Actually, they have stuff on this side as well, but some of it could be duplicated.
Attention passengers, The next Orange Line train to Forest Hills is now arriving.
The next Oak Grove train arrives in 7 minutes. The following Oak Grove train arrives in 17 minutes.
Sir, can you hold us up? Got a car wash, please.
I'm gonna take it right up on the escalator. Overall, this station here is not too bad either. Could use a little bit of work on the outside, like on the brickwork. But other than that, it's not too bad. I've seen a lot worse. But they should keep it up now before it does get worse. Because this, if you don't maintain this, it'll be tough to catch up on you. It just needs some attention, Like I said, Stony Brook is one of the better stations that I've seen by a long run. This one here could use, a little bit of maintenance. Take a look back on the ramp and see how well the ramp is. They have a problem. I think they're putting out too much rock salt. I think the rock salt is what's possible what's causing all that. I could be wrong. Take a walk up the ramp. And they do have a subway inside the subway. So if somebody say they're going to subway, it depends on what subway they're going to. All right, that's pretty much it. This one is the Bank of America ATM. The other one, I believe, was a Chase. So that's pretty cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna head up and cut this one off. Just want to show you what it looks like from Stony Brook to Mass Ave. They're setting up a crane over there. That might be a second video. Who knows? Till next time, guys. Nez Porter. Catch you on the next one.